Okay, what is going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be building a team and show the process of me building a team. Don't know how much I'm going to actually use it, but I was really in the mood to make a Dracovish team, as I just played one and it kind of beat my ass, and Dracovish is one of my favorite Pokemon in the game. So, sorry about my fan. I'm going to lower it real quick, hold on. Sometimes my fan does that. Sorry about that. So basically, the way the set's going to work is I've EV'd it a little bit specifically. I mean, as much as I really can. Oh, sorry. This is like this and like this. Okay, so this is really the most complicated EV spread you can get on a Dracovish because it's a very simple mon. So Choice Scarf does 1.5 times your speed. And when you have 244 base speed, as long as 31 EVs, you have 247 speed. Which, if you just take a mon, this is the mon that I was going for, obviously. If you go Cinderace with max speed and whatever, Jolly in this case, whatever, it doesn't matter. He has 370, and as you see, so you get 247. And then if I take this real quick, you get 247 times 1.5. which gives you 370.5, which will become 371, which will be one more than Cinderace. So that means that you can outspeed Cinderace. Reason being is why you use Dracovish with 244 speed. Anything more is just wasted and not needed. That's why also you can run Adamant, because you don't need Positive Nature if you just do this amount of EVs. You can always do less EVs into speed and then have a plus nature in speed and then go a little bulkier. Personally, I don't care about that because Dracovish is usually going to end up getting one shot or two shot anyway, no matter what. So it's really not a huge deal. Okay, so now we have to build the team around it. So this is the way I like to take away my team. So I'll look up here, Dracovish. Let me actually go over the moveset as well. So the moveset, Fishious Rend, counts as... So the reason Dracovish is so good is because of his ability Strong Jaw, which gives bite-based attacks 1.5 power. Okay, so Fishious Rend counts as a bite-based move, and it doubles if the user moves before the target. So you always want to be moving first. As well as Psychic Fang is also a biting move, and it just sort of screens. Not that it really matters, but whatever. And then you have Rock Slide, which is a little risky, but it's just good for coverage. And you have Ice Fang, which of course is a biting move. So Dracovish also has incredible, it's not insane, but pretty good base attack with 306 as the max you can get. So you have an 85 base power move that becomes a 170 base power move when it moves first, times by 1.5 for Strong Jaw. It's very strong. Yeah, I'm not actually, this stream is just a little stream, but yeah, point is, he's very, very strong. So you can see the coverage you guys, the water dragon type. You actually don't run dragon types moves on him usually because there's not really any good dragon physical type moves that are worth it, at least. So the way I like to build teams is like this. I see Dracovish, right? So this Dracovish, I'll pull this over here just so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Dracovish is weak to dragon and fairy types. So how do you cover that? So dragon are weak to ice. So you cover dragon typing with ice. And how are you covering fairy typing? Poison and steel. So you can't cover fairy typing, meaning I need to run a steel or a poison move on my next mon. Alright, that's the way I like to look at this stuff, just so you guys know what I'm looking at. Like, that's how I like to look at this. So let's see, what's the next mon going to be then? So if you go to Peakalytics, which is a site that tells you a lot of stuff about Pokemon and like their usage and stuff, if you look up Dracovish, you can see he's used on 7.8% of teams, which is pretty low, honestly. But you can see what his most common moveset is, which is what I'm running. You can also run Crunch instead of Ice Fang or Rock Slide or whatever, but I kind of like Crunch. Or I kind of like Ice Fang, because it gets the dragon coverage, like I was saying before. So it's pretty useful. And you see his most common teammates are Rillaboom, Whimsicott, Lapras, Cinderace, Talonflame, Urshifu. So I'm going to go make this team, instead of maybe being the most optimal team, I'm going to go with a team that I really like mons that I think are really, really good, and mons that I just like and I think are really good. So I'm going to go Urshifu because I actually really, really, really like Urshifu. Now, am I going Water Urshifu or Dark Urshifu? That's the question. So this is what I like to look at. I'm both getting fighting cover, so it's really dark over water. So if I pull this back over here, I'll just keep this over here so you guys can see what I look at. So when I look at this, you go to fighting, right? So fighting is covering this no matter what. So fighting is going to cover normal, ice, rock, dark, steel, okay? But now you got to see, what is water going to cover? Water's covering fire, ground, and rock. And what is dark covering? Dark is covering psychic and ghost. So right now, psychic and ghost is actually pretty useful because I'm kind of weak to it right now. So I would go with normal Urshifu on this team just because he's just better in the case that I already have Dracovish. So having a dark move that's not the same typing, having 2 water is not really needed. So I'm going to use Urshifu, of course, G-Maxed. Normal Urshifu-Gmax. What's the difference? Normal Urshifu-Gmax. It's this one, right? I don't know why this one. What's this? Okay, well, I'm just using Urshifu-Gmax, so I don't know why the names are all weird, but that's okay. Urshifu-Gmax. I don't know what the difference between these are. I guess one of these Rapid Strikes, non-Gmax, Rapid Strike Gmax. Well, what are these two? Are these just extras? I don't know, but I'm going to use Urshifu-Gmax. And now I got to look at what item I want to use on him. So if I go back here, you see what item do you want to use on Urshifu. The most common is Focus Sash or Choice Band. Now, in this case scenario, it depends who else I'm going to have on my team. So you see Rillaboom is a very common teammate with Urshifu. You see, so Urshifu is like, so you see, so Rillaboom, Talonflame, Lapras, Torkoal, right? So if I go back to Dracovish, you see Rillaboom's got Lapras, Cinderace. So Lapras seems pretty common. Rillaboom seems pretty common. Talonflame's pretty common. Like, who else would work on this team? So I'm going to save the item for later. But for now, you can get the moveset pretty easily. You're always going to pretty much want Sucker Punch. You're always going to want Wicked Blow, which is his signature move. And what else are you going to want on Urshifu? So let's see. What's the most common moveset that's used with him? Wicked Blow. Oh, Close Combat, of course. Duh. The fighting type move. Yep. Close Combat. Because he's already weak. The only thing about Urshifu is that he's really weak to special defense. But that's okay, because I'm going to have a lot of special... I need a lot of special attackers on the team. So do I want to run Protect? If I run Protect, I'm definitely not running Assault Vest. So I'm either running... I run Attack over Protect always. I don't know why people don't do that. You should always do that. So I can either run Thunder Punch, U-Turn, Iron Head, Poison Jab. Like, you got to just see, like, what you can run, realistically. Maybe I don't run Sucker Punch. I mean, it gives you priority, so it's probably worth it. But I think I'm going to run Detect. Yeah, I think I'm going to run Detect. Usually I don't like using 2 moves of the same type. But yeah, I do actually want Protect on him. And I believe I'm just going to get 252 set. That's the most common 252 Jolly, you see. So yeah, I am going to go with that. It's probably worth it, right? We get him to 322 speed, which is pretty decent. He's a lot faster than Dracovish even. Oh, actually he's not, right? Because 247 times 1.5. He's actually basically, is he fast in Cinderace? That doesn't make sense, no. What's Cinderace again? Hold on, I gotta make sure. I don't think he's fast in Cinderace, is he? I highly doubt he is. I think I'm wrong if he is. Doing something wrong if he is. 370, yeah. So he's still slower than Cinderace, yeah, that's what I thought. But he is very fast. I mean, as you can see, he's pretty fast. And nobody can block his move, so Urshifu is always a beast. He gets a guaranteed crit, and nobody can block it. So Urshifu is a beast, yeah. I think this is the most common set for a reason. Makes sense. You get really good base attack stats. It's actually higher than Dracovish's because, of course, he's a legend, so that's good. Okay, so now what fits on the team? So now I'm going to go to a little website. Let me find the website before I show it to you guys. That you can see what you're weak to. It just helps me a little bit, like, what's it called? It's called, like, Type Weaknesses Calculator, I think. Defensively. Can I just go, like, multiple typings? Like, no, that's not the website. Hold up. I gotta find the website. This might take a little bit. Team Type Calculator. I think it's this one. Okay, yeah, so I like to go to this website. You don't have to do this, of course. It's all personal preference, but I just like to keep stuff organized. So let me actually pull this up real quick and bring you into into this. Okay, so you go here and you go, what's your first typing? So you have Dragon typing, Water typing, and then you have Dark typing, and Fighting typing. So at this moment, I am weak to what? Okay, well, it's telling me my unresisted. Yeah, so I'm weak to... Sorry, I'm weak to fighting, weak to flying, dragon, and 2 times weak to fairy. So that means I really need a way to counter fairy effectively, which is what that tells me. So I go here to fairy. How do I counter fairy effectively? Steel and poison. So I really need my next mon to have a good steel move, preferably a stab steel move. So let's look through here and see any steel types. There's not really many steel types that are popular right now. It's just kind of an issue. I don't know who's really good for steel moves, honestly. Maybe Excadrill. Does Excadrill work? I can go like Excadrill Tyranitar and have sand in the back. That could always work. It's always a good strategy. I do like Excadrill, but I would like a special attacker. So let's actually go to Showdown here. Let's go to Steel. Sorry. Steel. I don't see any special attacking steel mons. So Magnezone is one of them. You can go Magnezone, you can go Duraludon, but I don't really want Duraludon. Lucario, So there's not really any good special attackers, right? Because these are all physical attackers. So my only option is really Magnezone, Duraludon, or like Lucario, I guess. But Lucario is pretty bad, honestly. So I think the best or Cobalion, I guess, but I guess I can go Cobalion and then go for like a beat up strategy, but it's also another fighting type. So right now, I don't like any of these mons, right? So I'm just going to keep looking at Pikalytics. Excadrill is possible, but he's a physical attacker. If I go that, then the rest of my team's really going to have to be, the rest of my team's really not going to be great. I can go Corviknight, but I don't know. I don't really like Corviknight on this team. What steel types are he common with? I'm interested to see like what he's common with, because like he's so weak to steel. So the only thing that I would say then maybe is this. On Urshifu, maybe instead of running Sucker Punch, which isn't always unnecessary, run Iron Head. Because yeah, I think it's actually good because they're so weak to steel on this team. Like I kind of need to do this. And then I don't really have to worry about steel so much. Like I can go here, and let me open this again actually. Can I go? Okay, well I can't. Okay, that's fine, whatever. But I can see my weaknesses. So I'm really weak to fairy, right? So now I'm covered fairy. I cover dragon. I cover flying. How do I cover fighting? Do I even cover fighting yet? I don't think I do. Fighting. Flying, psychic, fairy moves. So I have no... Oh, I have psychic. Okay, so technically I have no weaknesses right now, right? Like if I just brought these 2 mons, I would be able to not be weak to anything. Okay, which is a very good thing. So that means I've team built successfully so far. Sorry about that. I've team built successfully so far. But now we need... I think so. What did I just open? No, we need some special attackers, right? I like to put all my things to shiny because I like to shiny hunt everything. Urshifu actually can't be shiny, can it? Wait, can it? Can you have Urshifu shiny? Wait, hold up. Is Urshifu shiny locked? I think he is. Is Urshifu shiny? I believe he is. He is shiny locked. Okay. Okay, so it is shiny locked, so this is stupid. Yeah, okay. You can't even make it shiny, can you? No, you can, but it's fine. Alright, so now, what do I want to fit on this team? So I think what we're really missing is a special attacker. We're missing some special attack and some support, right? So we should probably start focusing on that. So I say we probably go for special attacker now. So who fits on this team really well? Dragapult's not great. He's not bad, though. I kind of want to look at my special attacker before I look at my support mons. So unless I'm going like Indeedee and like Hatterene to stop Trick Room and or set Trick Room, I don't really want to go with Indeedee. See, there's no special... The most popular special attacker besides Togekiss is Venusaur, which is insane. Like, there's not any special attackers really popular, which is kind of bad. Lapras can be a special attacker, but there's also repeating typing at this point, which I don't really want. Lapras is good because Gmax Lapras is a beast because of Aurora Veil. So maybe that's very possible. I'm not ruling it out. Oh, maybe Porygon-Z. Actually, Porygon-Z perks really well on this team, doesn't he? Yeah, Porygon-Z likes being Dynamaxed, and he can kind of sweep like a whole team by himself. I think I like Porygon-Z on this team. Although it does be, well, it would be another fighting type weakness then, right? But I'm also covering the fighting weakness. So yeah, I think I like that because he really doesn't, nothing's like super strong against him. I mean, obviously this is going to be switchable, and on the stream, I'm highly doubt after this stream, this will be the final team, but we'll see. So I'm going to go Adaptability. Do I want Adaptability? Yeah, it makes your, I love his shiny so cool. It makes your Tri-Attack or Hyper Beam in this case so strong. So I like to go Hyper Beam because you get the most power out of Max Strike. And then you see what other people are running. So Dark Pulse, I really don't need on this team because I have Urshifu, right? So Protect, yes. Thunderbolt's a need, I think. So let's look at the needs. So Protect, need. Yeah, I like Protect. Thunderbolt, I think Thunderbolt's really, really needed, honestly. Unless I'm getting Rain, I'm using Thunderbolt, not Thunder. Trick Room, maybe. Nasty Plot, maybe. Shadow Ball is possible. What is Ghost strong against? Do we need a Ghost type move right now? Super effective against Psychic. I don't really like Ghost moves. I don't think we really need. So now I look through them. So I don't like anything that's like common, right? So now I just look through by myself and see what I think I would like. So what do I see? I see a lot of normal type moves. Psychic type, maybe. Maybe that's possible. I can run Psychic, I guess. That's very possible. Don't know if I want that yet. Dark Pulse isn't the worst thing in the world, but I also have Urshifu. It's just, I gotta see what I'm bringing together at this point. I don't really know yet. Okay, you know what? Maybe I would run Psychic, right? I think Psychic's a good move. And is there any custom spreads? I like to look at custom spreads. I don't think there are. No, the Psychic's not used at all, really. I really don't need Dark Pulse. I mean, I guess I can run Trick Room, right? Or Nasty Plot. Actually, you know what? No, maybe Nasty Plot's the move, right? Well, do I want 2 max guards when I'm Dynamaxing is realistically the question. Because, like, I can look here. So now if I go, like, status moves, right? So I can get Nasty Plot, which raises my special attack, of course. I can get Trick Room to, like, undo it, but that's kind of stupid, I think. You can get Ally Switch, but that's also kind of stupid, I think. Okay, I think I'm just going to go with Psychic for now. Right? Yeah, I think I like Psychic for now. And, yeah, Timid. Do I like Timid? 306. Is 306 slow? 306 is not. I don't think 306 is worth it. I think I like being a little. I'm not really worried about mirror matches just because I have Urshifu. I don't think people are going to bring Porygon-Z against me because Urshifu will probably one-shot him. So I think I actually like that. Okay. So now we need to follow Muse or see, I actually may go Clefairy here, which I never almost do. But Clefairy is something very cool, which is called Friend Guard. So the way Clefairy works, I don't know if people know this, so I'm just going to explain it. I'm sure people do that are competitive, but whatever. So Clefairy over Clefable, right? Because Clefairy is an Eviolite. So you see stats. So look at stats. Special defense 90, defense 73. That's all we care about, right? You just need health, defense, special defense. You have 90, 73, 95. If you look here, you have 70, 48, and 65. But when you have an Eviolite, you times it by 1.5. Also, I don't think Clefable gets Friend Guard. Yeah, Clefable doesn't get Friend Guard, which is really the important thing in this situation. So you see. So look at what Friend Guard does. Friend Guard is very good. Reduces damage done to allies. So I believe what it does is it halves damages done to allies when you switch in. Okay? So that means if Clefairy is on the field and you switch it in, you will have the damage taken. You know how good that is? So good. So I actually like Clefairy on this team. Again, okay, so this is something special about Clefairy as well. So then let's say Clefairy. I think Clefairy does fit pretty well, honestly. So you go Clefairy. You can see stats, by the way. So you can compare it like this. It's a little worse defense, a little worse special defense, but with Eviolite it would actually be better. because it times everything by 1.5. And then you run this. Okay, there. So you can read what it does. Receives 3/4 of the damage from other Pokemon attacks. So you're literally saving your whole team when you switch him in. Switch her or him in this case. So, of course, you run Follow Me, which is a big move. All right? Follow Me gives you priority. Not priority, sorry. It has a priority, and it makes them attack you, which is a huge deal. It's a gigantic deal. I don't even think you run an attacking move on her. Maybe you run Moonblast, but... So the run on Sing. See, like, nobody... The problem is if you get taunted, you're kind of screwed, right? So I like Sing, but Sing's 55% accurate? Never mind, I don't like Sing. I don't like RNG. You guys know me. I do not like RNG. Sing is great, not for me. Alright, so I'll run Protect, Helping Hand. I think that's a good idea. Protect, of course, is always good. Helping Hand is good. So now what's the last move that I would want to wish for? So, that I would do. So it's either... I can either run Moonblast. Okay, so I think I'm going to run Moonblast. I think I'm going to run Moonblast just because if I get taunted, I really don't want to do no, like I want to be able, I don't want to struggle. Like if I'm the last two Mons and I need to be able to do some type of damage, even if it's almost none. So relax, 252, 252. So that's interesting. This is super defensive. I think I like custom spreads because I know they're actually calced for something. Right, so I'm going to go 236. Yeah, I like the spread. I think it's a good spread. 236. 172, 100 relaxed. Okay. 172. 100. And it's relaxed. No, that's not what I meant to put. My freaking mic cable is over it. And it's relaxed. So this would mean you also... Ooh, minus speed, though. I don't know if I like that. That means you're running in a Trick Room team. Well, I guess it can go last anyway, right? So you might as well make it as slow as possible. 67 speed, though. So you either give it 67 speed, or you leave it fast. Oh, no, I like it slow. What does Shiny look like? Shiny's kind of cool. Alright, so now we have one support mon, right? So we have one Follow Me user as well as a Magic Guard. So now what else do we need on my team? So what am I realizing I'm really weak to? I'm weak to Intimidate, right? Intimidate really screws me over. So how do I counteract Intimidate is what I'm asking myself. How am I counteracting Intimidate? So it's either use my own Intimidate by having like an Incineroar on the team. But again, that's repeating typing, not really needed in this case. Or you have somebody like Melodic. Somebody like Melodic. Where's Melodic? Who gets competitive and can completely take away Intimidate. Or you go for another special attacker and you just want to kill the Intimidate users. So right now the main Intimidate user is Incineroar, right? So you pretty much want a water special attacker. So actually, wait, let me calc this too. So I now got a normal type and a straight fairy type. Single typings are sometimes bad, sometimes good. It depends. So now I have a single fairy type, right? Okay, so what am I weak to? What? Why am I not weak to steel? Okay, well, I'm weak to fairy. I'm weak to flying. We figured out I'm not actually weak to fairy, right? Flying I can counter, poison I can counter, right? Actually, can I counter poison? So that's my next question, right? So poison. How am I countering poison? Ground and psychic move. So I have a psychic move now, so I'm kind of countering poison. I mean, I can always do a little better doing that, but sorry. For now, that's okay. So I'm not worried about poison, and fighting I can counter, right? And I'm resisting a lot of typings in this point, so it's pretty good. So now it's literally just, what do I need? All right, so how am I beating Intimidate is the question. I think so. I keep doing that. It's annoying. How do I beat Intimidate? Right, so let's see who gets Intimidate in the first place. Intimidate. So I have to worry about, I'd say what, special attackers, right? That's going to be the most issue. So I have to worry about, they're all physical attackers actually, which is really useful. So Gyarados, always an issue, but that's why I have Porygon-Z with Thunderbolt. It can carry Gyarados. Luxray, not really common. Crocodile's not really common. Incineroar is super, super common. So I need to wait to take out Incineroar. Honestly, Dracovish probably does. Actually, let me calc that. So let's do a calc real quick. So another way you can do Showdown Calcs. Showdown Calculator. So let's do a calc real quick, okay? So let's see Dracovish with Choice Scarf against a Incineroar, which is going to be doubles Intimidate Pivot, which should have like pretty much... Okay, let's say this is a common set, right? So Fishious Rend does 164, but I'm dropped one, right? So against this set, which I don't know how common this is, it's a roll. There's a 56% chance that I won't hit KO. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm adamant. I don't mess around. Okay, so it's a guarantee 1 KO even with Intimidate, right? So Dracovish is a pretty good counter to Incineroar, so I don't really have to worry about Incineroar. That's how I look at it, at least. So I'm not worried about Incineroar. Who's the next most common Intimidate user? It's probably Gyarados, right? Yeah, Gyarados. So let's see, how much am I doing with Gyarados? So if I have Porygon-Z, which should be this one. Yep, Timid. I'm using, again, I'm not using Timid. I'm using Special Attack Plus. Well, in this case, it doesn't matter. Against Gyarados, which is probably doubles. No, I didn't mean to do that. Gyarados. It's going to be what? Doubles, Showdown usage. Okay, should be Intimidate with Life Orb. Yep. I mean, it's either Moxie or Intimidate, but I don't know, but button's not doing anything. Okay, so Thunderbolt's doing 235 damage. Why is it doing so much damage? Ikisu. Yeah, so Thunderbolt just destroys, apparently, even if he maxes. If he maxes, it's a 93.8% chance, and I'll take that roll. As well as me maxing, it's a guaranteed. Oh, it actually isn't a guaranteed. I'm actually losing power if I max. That's funny. Wait, why am I losing power if I max? No, this is specs. That's why. I'm assuming it'll be Life Orb on this team. That's why I'm like, why is it doing so much damage? Okay, so it's an 18% chance, and if I max... If I max, it's guaranteed 1 KO. So I'm countering Gyarados with that, okay? So that's fine. That's good enough. So I am going to guarantee it's Life Orb, right? Did I make it Life Orb already? I didn't. Okay, so it's going to be Life Orb, right? It's going to be Life Orb. That's going to be Scarf. Clefairy is going to be Eviolite. So the only item I don't really know right now is Urshifu, right? Okay. So what do I lose to right now is the question. So I like to do this. How do I beat Incineroar? We figured out. Dracovish destroys Incineroar. How do I beat Togekiss? Here's the first issue that I see, I guess, right? How am I beating Togekiss? Togekiss is weak to Steel, of course. But what else is Togekiss weak to? So I'm beating Togekiss with what? Thunderbolt's going to win. Ice Beam's going to win. Okay, so I guess I have good ways to beat Togekiss, right? But I would like a Steel. How many Steel? I don't have any Steel moves yet, do I? Yeah, I have no Steel moves. So realistically, I still need a good Steelmon. Maybe Ferrothorn isn't terrible here, actually. Ferrothorn's like super, super bulky. But Ferrothorn can kind of do work, right? If I have leftovers Ferrothorn like I've been using to, the only besides fire, which I can take, Dracovish destroys fire. I think I can actually go Ferrothorn here. Is Ferrothorn good here? I don't actually know. I don't use Ferrothorn, so I don't know. Because like I know Ferrothorn's not doing that much damage. What does Ferrothorn even run nowadays? Body Press, yeah, Protect, Leech Seed, Iron Defense. So it doesn't actually even run a Steel move, right? So it's not the greatest thing in the world. So let's go back here and look at some Steel moves. Steel Mons, at least. Okay, so let's go Steel. So we'll sort by best. It doesn't actually matter. Okay, so in this case scenario, Cobalion's decent. Magnezone's decent. I don't hate Magnezone here, but last time I had Magnezone, he's really bad. He just has a really weird speed stat. He's kind of in the middle of everything. It doesn't really work. Duraludon's possible, I guess. I still kind of like Excadrill, but I don't know. Problem is, how am I beating Trick Room right now, right? So maybe I need to build my Trick Room core. Okay, so let's build my Trick Room core. How am I beating Trick Room, right? So I need to have a Trick Room core. Oh, maybe Escavalier isn't actually that bad. I actually kind of like Escavalier. It's Bug Steel type. What is Escavalier? I know Escavalier's not common, but I actually really like Escavalier, and I think his typing is kind of helpful for this team. He does get Iron Head, Megahorn, Joran, Close Combat. I'd probably run Protect over Close Combat, but that's besides the point. He usually runs Assault Vest. Okay, so that's why he doesn't run Protect. What does his ability do? I don't know anything about Escavalier. I know he's super slow, and in Trick Room, he's a beast. That's all I know. So he has powers of bug type moves. Okay, that's trash. Protected against crits. Or protects him from weather damage. So it's actually not terrible considering how much weather is going on with like Tyranitar and stuff, but that's not great either. So the only thing he's weak to is fire. Okay, so I actually really like Escavalier here. I think I am going to use Escavalier. I really like Escavalier. I think it's a very interesting mon here. And it's a steel type. It has a stab move as well. Right, and it's a physical attacker. Yeah, okay. So let's go category physical. So what am I running? Of course I'm running Iron Head. That's guaranteed. Megahorn. It's not the most accurate move. I don't really love that. That is what's most commonly run in him though, right? It is. So I guess you just have to take your chance. Or maybe you max him, I guess. You can max him. I'm assuming he's a good max move in Trick Room. He's probably great to max, right? So Drill Run. I like Drill Run as well because I don't have any ground coverage yet. And now the last move. So do I run Protect? Or do I run like a Poison Jab? Or like a Facade? I doubt it. Okay, so what am I running? I don't really like any of the moves here. Right, like none of these moves are great, so I guess... What do people run? Because they're not running Protect, right? They're running Close Combat. So what's most common after Close Combat? Protect. So it is Razor Shell, actually. Yes, you know, maybe Razor Shell isn't bad, because he is also weak to fire types. So maybe bringing... Yeah, Razor Shell, you know what? Razor Shell isn't terrible. And I do like Overcoat, I think, yeah. So I am going to go Assault Vest then, in that case. And what's his most common EV spread? Is it custom? No, it's not. It's just Brave. 252. Okay, so he's a really bulky set, right? I guess that makes sense. I don't know why they do these weird sets sometimes. 252. 252. Brave. And the last four go. What were people doing in? Probably special defense, right? Yeah. Okay. Into special defense. So, yeah, he's actually, you know, he's pretty bulky in this case. He is really good. You know, he's actually, I really like Escavalier. I didn't realize he's actually really sick. Like, he has really good stats except for speed. Because think about it. He has 105 plus 105 plus. Yo, he is really good. Escavalier's a beast. He's just super slow. I really like Escavalier here. And the only thing is weak to his fire, and now I'm running Razor Shell on him, as well as I have my Dracovish, which really scares fire types. So I actually really like Escavalier. Okay, so now what is my team weak to, right? So let's add Escavalier to the mix, who's a Bug Steel type. What's his shiny look like? Oh, I like his shiny too. Okay, Bug Steel type. I like most people's shinies, honestly. I mean, I've pretty much made that all my teams have all shinies at this point. Like, I just love, that's my favorite thing about Pokemon, is just flexing the shinies. Okay, so now I'm only weak to fighting, flying, and fairy, with like based on just typing. Look at how much my team resists. My team is super, like, really good. So this recommends I add everything. That's so not helpful. This website is not really meant for that. It's just meant for telling you typing, which I like though. So weaknesses are fighting, flying, fairy, and I cover all of them, right? So what's the last mon that's good on this team? I'm still pretty weak to Intimidate, I'm not gonna lie. But, like, Dracovish does take care of most of them, I think. Dracovish and Porygon-Z take care of most of the Intimidate. So what else do I need? I can have another Redirection. I can have Terrain. I can have more Trick Room. Maybe I need a way to set Trick Room. Maybe, like, an Amoonguss on this team. Maybe Amoonguss isn't terrible, right? With Spore, Rage Powder, Protect, and Sludge Bomb. Just, like, only bring a Escavalier if they look like they want Trick Room, right? Maybe that's not bad. I think that's actually what I'm going to do. That kind of covers everything I needed to do, right? Yeah, I think that covers everything I needed to do. I believe it does. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it does. Because, yeah, you can run Coba, which weak to flying type move, and you can run Regenerator. As well as we all just got the free one, so that's always nice, right? So you run Rage Powder, which is another redirection move. And then you run... See, I like running Pollen Puff. I don't know what people run. Spore, of course, guaranteed, yeah. Rage Powder, Spore is pretty much guaranteed, right? So it's either you're running Protect, Pollen Puff, Sludge Bomb, like... Sludge Bomb is decent, I think. I'll run Sludge Bomb. So it's either am I running Protect or am I running Pollen Puff? Pollen Puff deals bug damage as well as heals, which is what I really like. It heals 50% of its max HP. And I think that's really important because, like, if I bring it with Escavalier, which most likely I would be, we need the healing, I think. So I'm actually going to do with this, which is a really bit of a weird spread because you usually want Protect, right? Protect is run 82% of the time, but not as much as Rage Powder and Spore, of course. Yeah, I like Pollen Puff better than Protect. I think we need the Sludge Bomb coverage as well, because what is Poison? Let's just make sure I need the Sludge Bomb coverage. Poison covers Grass and Fairy. Yeah, it's another Fairy type, so I think it actually does work, right? Okay, so let's add this to our team. So it was, he's Grass and Poison. Poison. So my weak is weak to Flying ×2 and Fire. That's it. So I cover Fire with Dracovish by himself and Escavalier, which they can't tell, is running a Water move. So that really covers Fire. Flying, I'm running an Ice move. I'm running Rock move. I think I'm fine against Flying. Flying maybe is my only weak thing, but I'll be okay. I think I'm okay to Flying, honestly. And Ground. I don't have any weaknesses in Ground. I just don't resist Ground. Just fine. Yeah, so let's see Flying. So how can I take care of it? Let me just make sure I cover Flying, because that does kind of scare me a little bit. So I have Electric, Ice, and Rock. Okay, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I have enough moves, right, for that. Because I have what? I have, let's see. So what do I do if Flying comes out here? Nothing, right? But, okay. So here I have Thunderbolt. And here I have Rock Slide and Ice Fang. So yeah, so I'm fine, I think. In the Amoonguss spread, there's a custom defensive spread that I like. It's not this one, it's this one. 252, 156, 100, Sassy. 156, 100, Sassy. Okay. So this is a good spread, I think. And of course you run 0. I don't know why people don't run 0. So then you have this. So then you have Super Trick Room Core, right? 0, 0. So you have 40 speed. You have 58 speed. You have 67 speed. I honestly don't like Clefairy slow, right? There's kind of no reason for it, I think. It just doesn't really make sense, right? Like, I mean, yeah, then maybe don't make it fast. It's base 35 speed, I guess, right? I guess you might as well just keep it slow, right? It's already going to be slow anyway, so you might as well. Not that it's really doing damage, so it doesn't matter. All the moves have priority, right? Helping out is priority, follow me is priority, so it doesn't really matter. Porygon-Z I really like on this team. Urshifu I really like on this team, and Dracovish I really like on this team. So I think this is actually a pretty decent team. Like, I don't know what you guys think of it. Tell me in the comments below. Tell me in the stream if you have any details, anything that can help me maybe. Yeah, so I have Trick Room Sweeper here. So this is the way I like to look at teams, and what I've seen like a lot of popular people like Wolfie especially does. You have a Trick Room Sweeper in Escavalier. You have a Trick Room Support in Clefairy and Amoonguss. Then you have a Physical Sweeper. I have 2. And you have a Special Sweeper. So my team really covers everything. I mean, yeah, I guess the only thing I'm really weak to is Intimidate, right? But Porygon-Z covers the Gyarados Intimidate. Dracovish covers the Incineroar Intimidate. Like, what other Intimidate do we really have to worry about? That's popular. So that's what I got to look at now. What do I have to worry about Intimidate-wise? Arcanine? No. Dracovish destroys Arcanine. Gyarados gets destroyed. Like, nobody else really has Intimidate, right? That's popular, at least. So maybe Ferrothorn's an issue. I have no fire moves on my team, right? So that's kind of an issue. Right? Like, how do I take out Ferrothorn? I mean, I have the fighting type moves, right? Yeah, that's the only thing I'm missing, right? I'm actually missing usually you want a fire, water, grass core. That's the most common core. And I'm actually missing that core, which is probably the biggest issue on this team that I see. And Shiny Amoonguss, we actually just got a free Shiny Amoonguss. Everybody in the world did. If you use the code Trainers Cup. But it's expired now, but it was pretty cool. He's kind of EV spread like this, but not exactly what I need, so I'm gonna have to get mine by grinding him, but I already have the egg for it, so that's decent. And he comes with a generator. Alright, so tell me what you guys would change about this team. I'll put this import and export thing. I'll put it in the description, I guess. When this video gets uploaded, I'll put it in the description so you guys can look at the team any way you want. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is what the team ended up looking like. You can see all my EV spreads and all that. Everything's pretty much custom EV spreads, which I like, because usually I end up going 252, 254 most of the time, but these are all pretty much custom, right? My Dracovish one I did completely by myself, and I mean, yeah, there are common ones like this, but I did this one by myself. This Urshifu is pretty simple, but there's not really much you can do with Urshifu, honestly. Oh, item on Urshifu. Okay, so I'm going to run Sash on Urshifu then, right? Because Urshifu's going to get one shot otherwise, so Sash, yeah. Because I'm running Coba, yeah, I think I actually like that. Because Urshifu, you really want to get an attack off, and he's going to get destroyed otherwise. So yeah, I like that. Okay, so everything looks good, I think. Right? Because I have Scarf, I have Sash, I have Life Orb, Eviolite. So yeah, my popular items, I think everything is pretty much good. I don't know really what you can like do better. Oh, you're immune to powder moves as well? I didn't even know that. Okay, that's good. So like I destroy whatever is okay, that's decent. That means I can't go to sleep or I'm like sleep powder or something. I don't know if that actually makes a difference to me, but I didn't even know that's important actually. So that's sick. So basically Dracovish can the basis of this team is that Dracovish is a god in every sort of the way. Urshifu I really like and I want to make work, so I'm gonna try to make it work. Porygon-Z is just good on every team, especially with 150 stab, 2-time stab, Hyper Beam, and or Max Strike. With Life Orb, he's going to one-shot everything. Clefairy, very good support as long as Follow Me user. Trick Room, Sweeper, and Escavalier with good typing and a bunch of good moves. As well as Amoonguss with the Trick Room support. And, of course, Spore, Rage Powder support. Pollen Puff for healing. Like, it's just, I think it's honestly a really good team. One of the best teams I've honestly built myself that I actually like. Like, I like all of these mons. I mean, yeah, I'm missing some of my favorites. Like, Cinderace, for example, I really like right now. And, I mean, my favorite of all time is Mewtwo, but obviously you can't put him on a team. So, like, yeah, Cinderace is really the only one I would like to have in this team, but he really doesn't fit. Dracovish and Cinderace don't really work well together, in my opinion. Yeah, so I'm weak to Intimidate, but we figured out that I can kill Intimidate pretty easily, even if they do it. Cinderace, Dracovish wins, because most people are not expecting Dracovish to outspeed Cinderace. So if I see a Cinderace, I probably just start Dracovish and one-shot it before if it maxes also. I think I one-shot even if it maxes, don't I? Do I? I actually don't know. That's an interesting calc. Let me check that. I don't think I do, actually. But we'll see. That may be an interesting calc, actually. That could kind of mess everything up. But honestly, he's not going to one-shot me either, so I guess it's not that big a deal. Battle, a double showdown usage. Yeah, so Fishious Rend will KO even if so even when he's maxed, I still KO when I'm not maxed. Look at how insane his ability is. When you max with Dracovish, it loses so much stuff. So yes, it knows it's going first. Bang. So you can see how much damage. I'm KOing a maxed Cinderace, and he's not doing anything back to me. Like, he's nothing that he can do will one-shot me. Anyway. So I think this is a really good team. I mean, I don't see much weaknesses. I'm sure there are. I just don't see much of them. Sorry about this. Oh, yeah. So I don't see much of a weakness. I'm sure there are weaknesses. I'm just not paying attention to. But yeah, I'm going to put this in the description of the video once it posts. Tell me what you guys think of the team. I'm going to go to Discord, ask some people about the team, what they think, how I can improve it, whatever that I don't see with my naked eye. And yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed it. I should have a team code within the next few days, and I will give it to you in my